Hello, everybody. This is Danny Tenaglia from New York City, and you are watching Toasted. Not Twisted, Toasted.
Danny, welcome to London, man.
Thank you, man. It's great to be back here.
You had a crazy schedule, right?
Yeah, I'm doing a 7-country tour, and this is, well, tomorrow night will be 5 with 2 more to go, Madrid and Ibiza. Yeah.
How can you still standing? Because, I mean...
Well, you know, when I'm not DJing, I'm pretty much isolating in my hotel rooms, you know, just enjoying the amenities or catching up on sleep, the computer, music, downloads. I'm not a great tourist. Yeah, we were in Dubai. I only left the hotel room to go to a nearby mall. My friend really wanted to go. It was his first time. Went to Tel Aviv, never left the hotel except for the gig. After there, Ireland, never left the hotel except for the gig. And that was great because I had not been to, well, we landed in Belfast, but the gig was in Londonderry. And it was like in a carport in the basement of
bunker, right?
The bunker, yeah. It was really, really something unique for me.
Yeah, how was that? Because, I mean, it's an amazing place to play, of course. A lot of history there.
Yeah, I had never played there before, but the environment was so unusual that it made it such a special event. I did a sound check, and first I was like, because they're sort of on the hill. And we're like, maybe we should go to where the cars actually park, where things are flat. But it turned out really, really good. And then afterwards, I went back to the hotel, and then I just, you know, I didn't go touring around the city. Then it was Portugal. I played in Porto.
Awesome.
Then I came here. So basically, that's what I'm saying. I'm not a good tourist. I don't go see museums. And I mean, I kind of done that. This is like I started traveling overseas to DJ in 93. And, you know, I've been to like 39 countries now. I've been to the same one so many times. Like we started with, you know, with coming here.
Yeah.
I've been to London so many times that I can't even remember how many times it's been.
You took a break for a while. You were silent for a couple of years. What made you decide to go back?
There was a break from overseas traveling. There was a lot of confusion with that because of poor wording on my part. I was a frustration, and I had flown home to Miami from Montreal, and my assistant Alex at the time went back to New York. When I got to my condo, I realized a couple hours later my computer was missing. And that on top of just many years of traveling, and it started to get to you, and you know, it was approaching 50, and recently my mom had passed back then, and it was a hard time. And it was just I felt like when that rage hit me that my computer was gone, I was just starting to think of like everything. Like, where's this all going? We're hitting a whole new generation thing with EDM. Where do I fit in this? And, you know, the residencies are gone. And, well, the best ones, you know, back when it really was meaningful. Like at Vinyl, I was there for 5 years. But that ended in 2000. It ended in April of 2004, and I have not had anything close since. So when that laptop, but I didn't write about that. I didn't tell the people. Mm-hmm. So it just came across as that I was retiring. But it was lost in translation because in the context of my rage, I said, I'm resigning but not retiring. And what I was meaning by that was that I felt like the company that I have, Detour Inc., I just felt like in the many things that I was going through, I was thinking maybe it was just time to just shut that down, take a break, and start over. But I never meant that I was stopping because I was still committed to Detroit and Vegas and all these gigs that I was doing. It was just the overseas that people don't realize. It really does take a toll when your time difference is ahead and traveling. And after 2 weeks and you're still on the road, and I'm doing it right now, but you asked me, how do we do it? Well, again, I think it's fortunate on my part that I don't drink or do drugs or smoke cigarettes or pot. I'll have a cocktail here and there, but I know that would, without a doubt, have knocked me back years ago.
Hey, listen, we have a young audience that basically fans of the DJs that are a fan of yourself. And we always ask the DJs to give advice to would-be DJs. What will you advise people? To start with really spinning wax and learning how to mix, or start with Tractor straight away, or?
My first thought of advice, anytime somebody asks me this now, is put this down. I feel like it could be any career. The more you put in is the more you're going to get back. You know, some people average work 8 hours a day, but then there's a lot of people who are successful that put in 10, 12, 14-hour days, whether it be a shoe store or, you know, Wall Street, stock market. And that's just the way it used to be. But I think today people are all caught up. And then even if they are doing their homework, to realize how much easier it is today. So if you wanted to listen to any DJ on this list, you still can just sit in your bedroom on your laptop and click on a Global Underground series. Let me listen to Nick Warren and Tony DeVitt and all these guys, and you can stay home and learn. And then you can go to Beatport, Trexos, Juno, all these music sites. You don't have to go to the record shops.
You already mentioned the EDM thing, which blow up in the States right now is massive. What do you think of it? I mean, of course, you were one of the originators. How do you look at the whole thing now?
Remind me, the originator of what?
Dance? House?
Oh, dance.
Hello.
No, I don't know. I mean, I have my heroes that I look up to, but I guess, you know, then they do too. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I never felt as accomplished as people like yourself and others tell me that I am. Maybe, although I'm quite happy. I was telling Carl earlier, even though like there's been that many successes with records I've remixed that may have gone number one in Billboard, but it was always the dance chart, not the sales chart. But I was happy with that because I wasn't trying to be pop or commercial. That brings me back to where I was a few years ago when I lost that computer, and I'm like, you're starting to hear about this becoming $1 billion business and the festivals and who's getting paid what, and I'm starting to think like, where's this going for me? Because I know that I'm not main stage festival material. I don't have music out that people could sing along to, and I respect it and I get it. I know where I am in this business, but with the travels and everything, I was just wondering where this was going for me. When you hear that so and so is getting $200, maybe more than $200,000 a show, I'm like, what? And you know, we were talking a little while ago about paying my dues, or paying many of us DJs, Tony Humphries, whoever, traveling the globe at record cases, you know, and struggling at record stores, sweating, almost missing flights. Like, oh, one more, and you're like eating the dust from the shelves, and so you feel like, man, these guys haven't earned it. But I'm not bitter like that. You know, I think it's great that DJs are in spotlights because there are a lot of people that make fortunes from maybe selling a diamond or something, you know, or art. And maybe they get passed down from their family, real estate. And so why not? Why not pay so-and-so? But I just didn't know back then where I was fitting in all of this.
Were you bitter, actually?
Like I said, I understood it and I had to respect it. I didn't have... if you take a guy like Avicii, he had that record Levels out. And it was massive. Deadmau5 and... Well, these guys, they have this music and it's... You got to give it up. Yeah. You know, so it's valid. But I think if there was a sense of bitterness, it was probably because if I was playing a festival, then I'm playing more or less techno, but I'm getting the real weak sound system compared to the main stage, and then I'm hearing that, and I'm seeing fireworks and pyrotechnics, and I'm feeling inside, I'd rather not be here. And there were many times that I felt deep inside, like when your track would break down and you'd hear music coming from not necessarily the main stage. It could have been coming from a larger tent, or, you know, it was a distraction. And this was before I was using Tractor, so I couldn't really like jump ahead a minute to get back to the the music and the kick drums, so that it wouldn't sound like such a what happened.
Yeah.
But it was things like that that made me feel like there's no amount of money worth this feeling right now. And this happened to me several times in Winter Music Conference as well, when I was doing the pool parties, and the police would come and make everybody, lower the music. It's like some kind of scam, but they go around to all the hotels, the sound ordinance, and this was also around that time, like when I was just, everything was getting the best of me. It just has been going, as far as the way it used to be with the all-night marathons and having the industry on the dance floor, from Sasha Digweed, Farley Heller, Mood to Swing, Master at Work. Everybody was there, and you just don't see that no more.